Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and back with another completed fix and flip house. This one just got done this week after a very long time. I've had a lot of problems with this house. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, but we'll go through everything that happened on this one, what we fixed, how much it cost, and what we're gonna list it for. But of course, make sure you check out investformore.com for more information on my flips, rentals, our podcast, and everything else. I originally bought this house back in December of 2016, so I've had it 14 months or so, which is actually no, 15 months, way too long. Bought it from a wholesaler for $85,000, which was absolutely dirt cheap, especially when you consider it has almost an acre of land. It's like 0.98 acres. Now, one of the downsides is the neighbor also has almost an acre of land, and their house should be torn down. A lot of people told me my house should be torn down, but we did end up saving it. You can see the before video in the description below, but it was in really rough shape. We spent close to $100,000 on this rehab. We'll be listing it for $249,000, and of course had probably $15,000 or $20,000 in carrying costs, so we'll still make money on it. We'll do okay. Had a lot of issues that came up on this house that don't normally come up, and caused all the delays and the incredibly high rehab price. So we'll walk through all of that. If you see the before video, there was a porch here before. It was basically falling down, had no foundation, so we took that off. Roof had about 4 or 5 layers of shingles on it, so we had to re-roof the house, the garage, all of that. We had to re-side the house, paint the outside, of course new windows, and actually, as I'm looking at the house, we have no gutters, so we still have to do that. We need gutters on here. This deck is new. And inside, most of the drywall is new. When we bought the house, the heating source was the oven. Yes, the lady opened up the oven and turned it on, which needed heat, so we put in electric baseboard heat right there. The reason we did not do gas heat is this house is not hooked up to the gas service. So we just went with electric and think maybe that's a selling point. Hey, if somebody wants to be completely off the grid, they could put some solar panels on the house and maybe put in a well. They don't have to worry about the city for utilities, but we'll see. New doors, new flooring, new paint. We had a little different paint scheme this time, kind of the darker trim instead of white trim. Kept the white doors. Had to add that closet because none of the bedrooms had closets. When we bought the house, replaced all the windows, all the light fixtures. A lot of work went to this house. Something else that happened while we had it, got an inspection done from the city for permits for the electrical work, had to replace the electric, the plumbing, and they wanted a foundation report done, an engineer's report. So we ended up having to jack up the entire house and fix most of the foundation as well. So that added to the cost. New kitchen, as you can see. These are the countertops I'm not super thrilled with. I think we're gonna stop using them. But hey, looks pretty good. Laminate flooring. In here we have the bathroom, which of course was completely redone. Hot water heater is in there. New vanity, mirror, all that good stuff. It's an electric hot water heater as well, so that is not gas. Back here is kind of an addition to the house at one point, so this is the utility room. There. And the second bedroom is back here. This will be one of the cheapest houses in the area with more than half an acre. There is one other one for sale within 15 miles for $220,000 with half an acre. This one has almost a full acre, but this one's in much better shape than that one. So our market is still very strong, going very well. That house hopefully does not deter from it too much. Interesting story, that house sold while I had this one for $115,000. So I've been in that house and it is a scrap and tear down in the garage as well. And they paid $115,000 for that. So that tells you what our market's doing right now. The garages as well were almost falling down. This garage, if you check out the before video, had stuff piled 8 feet high. The entire garage just full of stuff. The lady who lived here, you could call her a hoarder, had stuff from 30, 40 years ago just piled up to the ceiling in here. So we had to get rid of all that stuff. Many dumpster fulls of things. Contractor still needs to grab a few things, but they're pretty much done. And then the house as well, just tons of stuff in it. And back here, this was full of things as well. We put a new roof on this little shed. Not an amazing siding job, but it is just a shed. We had to go through a couple contractors to get this job done. Took us a long time to get it started because it needed so much work. I was kind of debating whether just to try and sell it as it was once we cleaned it up. And we actually did have it listed for like, what, $125,000 for a month or two. Had it under contract a couple times, but the buyers backed out every time. And after that, we figured, hey, we'll just fix it up. So hired one of our contractors to paint these garages, fix them up, and he charged an obscene amount of money and did a not amazing job. So we decided to stop using him for things. Had to send him back, I think 2 or 3 times to repaint because there's just splotches everywhere, peeling paint all over, rotten wood that he didn't replace, that he's supposed to replace. So then we had another contractor come over and do the majority of this work, and it took him over 6 months to do it all. Yes, things kept coming up that we didn't know about, such as some of the foundation work, other things, but at the same time he did bring some of those problems on himself as well. So it's been a fun property and experience. It should be good now with the wiring, plumbing, heating, kitchen, bath, paint, lights, drywall, floors, all of that is brand new. So no one should have anything to complain about, which I'm sure they'll still find something, but that's the house, that's the property. It's been a long time coming to get this one on the market and done. I used private money to finance this one, and my private money lender always jokes with me all the time about this property because he's like, hey, you know, you usually get your houses sold pretty quick, but I've had this one like 14 months now. He's like, I could call your loan due. I'm like, well, yeah, you could. But he's just joking around with me. But yeah, it's been a fun property. So that's all of it. We'll get it listed here today. Listing a lot of properties this month again. And hopefully we'll get it under contract quick, get it sold, and get some more going. All right, thanks for watching. Again, check out investformore.com for more information on all my flips. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I answer everything personally. If you like the video, we always appreciate the thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, you can get notified when we have new flip videos coming up, new educational videos coming up, new podcasts, all that good stuff. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.